We are recording. Welcome to the DK&Q Lifestyle Podcast with me, Marcus, and I'm just gonna share something. I'm just gonna talk about music and how music affects you, and you can't tell me no. You can't tell me it doesn't. You can't tell me music doesn't. Listen, I was on a TC therapeutic community while I was in prison, and as I'm starting to, as these people are as I'm starting to absorb more and more information, and it's starting to make more and more sense in terms of a lot of things. But I am now beginning to see that I didn't listen to baseline once, because the period of my life that I was listening to baseline, that baseline, it's not as bad now because I've kind of done the exposure therapy kind of thing to it. But when I was listening to baseline, so this has been like my musical journey. Growing up, I just listened to, I don't know, whatever I listened to. I can't remember early days. Obviously, my mum, she's kind of she's into quite a few different things and stuff. So it might have gone from, I don't know, flipping Paul McCartney or something. I can't remember listening to him exactly, but something like that to, Shaka Demus and Players. That's one of the early things I can remember. TV wise, actually, I can remember actually did some home videos. I think I was my fourth birthday, and Criss Cross, they was on telly. It's like that song. It's like Mr. Blobby. What else? I was into all sorts, into the Backstreet, but I was into all sorts of stuff growing up. Then it got to about 9 or 10, and my dad introduced me to Tupac. Oh my days, Bumbo, yo, hey, mean. And especially going through certain times in my life with what was going on, like my mum's in hospital. I'm living here, there, and everywhere, and Tupac was literally getting me through. This Tupac guy was just getting me through those times massively, and yeah, so that was up until about, I was listening to Tupac. I've been listening to Tupac forever. I still listen to him now, and then I got to about, what was I listening to in my teens? Oh, my dad used to copy CDs and all them ones there, and he's giving me a lot of CDs. It's a lot of a lot of CDs. He come and drop me 2, 3, 4 CDs a week or something, just random things. Some I liked, some I didn't like. Some I just listened to one track, and some I listened to the whole album. I got into a lot of Eminem them times there. A lot of Eminem. What else was I feeling? Mainly Pike. Can't really remember, to be honest. So then I got to about 15, 16. I started chilling with these guys. The man, them them ones there. I'll get into the story of how I got into it with them. Oh, and just as actually that's what's happened. Just before I started chilling with these man, actually, I swear I don't think I was chilling. I might have been chilling with them. I can't remember. But Dizzy Rascal's "I Love You" came out. Oh my gosh, what you mean? How you mean? Yo, Anyway, my man's come out with the biggest tune going. This tune just doom 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 doom, mad thing. The thing was mad, and I know what you're thinking. You say, Marcus, why did you just do that? They're gonna copyright your thing because you just beatboxed it. I thought you put the tune on. I know, but don't watch me, people. Thanks for looking out for me, though. You know what I mean? Thank you. But yeah, that tune's come out now, and it's Then I'm chilling with the man them anyway. I don't know which one was first, the tune or the man them or the tune. I don't know which one was first. Yeah. Then the CDs popped up. No, not the CD. This tape. This Dizzy Rascal tape. This Slimzy set. Said you don't know nothing till you know that I love you. Slimzy. Baby, it's true. Yo, the thing was wicked. And that tape there. I think I had a double tape. I had separates. Me. So I had a double tape deck. I had separates, double tape deck. Sorry, let me just turn this monitor off. Because it's on, it's off, it's on, it's off, and it needs to be off. So yeah, I copied that tape. But I used to carry that tape round just nicely in my inside pocket. Hello. And You know, them times there, yeah, we used to buy cars. Like, the man in my brook, yeah? You getting £2 from home a day if you look here. You know what I mean? Like, that was like if you was like middle class. If it, obviously we're all like straight up working class road geezers. But if you was like Brook, like I teeter-totted from being Brook and like middle class Brook. But the rich man them, they got like fivers a day. Like, yo, oh, you getting a fiver a day? Like, what? I was baffled, me. Like, how? Or the river might come around, drop him a 20 spot. Yo, my brothers are dropping me no 20 spot, brother. What the fuck? Do you know what I mean? Like, on top of your £5 dailies. Like, yo, you're killing it, yo. Anyway, and we're chipping. We chip in for a car. We'd bought cars for like £27. We'd bought cars for fucking £35. You know what I mean? You're talking about 11, 12, 15, like 20 man putting like 74 pence each in and just purchasing these whips. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, there's a couple of old man just bang out a tenner or something because, I don't know, some of the man, them are rich still, from rich families. You know, the ones there. Some of us buy a car clean themselves. 60 bar. At 16, like it's no. You know what I mean? Like, what? Yeah, me and my brethren, I got to do some ginal on top of ginal on top of ginal, my lord. Yo, trust me, to try and just get the £40 whip. You know, some rover, yeah, that when you look into the engine, the oil section, yeah, the oil's white. And that's when, like, we started realizing, that's when the whole world's realizing that rovers are fucked. And obviously we don't know what rovers are. There's some people out there probably listening to this, they don't even know what a fucking rover is. I'm not talking about a Range Rover. Listen, I am not, mad thing. I don't know what the fucking, like what, let me think. You know, fucking hell, Bugatti's got like the B with the wings on, and you know, a Ford just says Ford kind of thing, and a Vauxhall's got that, fuck knows what the Vauxhall sign is. What is it, like a fucking, what the fuck is that? It's like a tiger or something. I don't know. I think that Rover was like, it was like when you're looking straight at like a Viking's boat or something. I don't know what it was. I don't know. And then, yo, just me, certain man in the end, certain G's in the ends. I just running around with a T-spark or something, T-top. What was it? It was something where you could take the roof off, but it was like it come off in 2 bits. You just, yo, listen, you took the roof off the thing, yeah. You took the roof, but I like a T-bar. It was a T-bar. They called it a T-bar, my lad. Yo, listen, Honor's not listening to me though. I don't even know how me I talk sometimes, because I know say other man are not listening to me, you know. But when I say me I talk, me I have to listen, you know. So the thing, you took one side off, and you took the other side off, and in between, I'm like in a passenger here. But if I was in the driver, in the driver, in between, yeah, with the student bar from the front of the thing to the back of the thing. Hey, models. We never had one of them still. We just look around at the top J's, and they had them things there. You know them ones there. It was nice to just look at this roll up and see the man. Them like, yo, you just like stroking the car, like, yo, is this human? You'd be like, yo, is this human? Yeah, sick. Anyway, back to the tip. He's jumping a whip. Yo, there was a next man. I think the man, some of the man started chilling still and started to build up their own little thing anyway. So it was like a couple man over there. I think they had like, there must have been like, I think it was like 20 of us. It must have been like 11, 10, 11 of them, whatever. Them man there, you know what, they might have just been 8 still, because them man there, yeah, when them man pulled up now, you know, I'll get that in a bit, but anyway, yeah, when them man pulled up now, 8 man got out the car, you say, yo, there's 2 man in the front, let me think, there's 2 man in the front, 4 man in the back, if not 5, yeah, and then man jump out, pop the boot, and 3 man get out of the boot. The man pop the boot, and 3 man get out of the boot. Yeah, 3 man. How many man is that? That's fine. That's 10 man still. That is 10 man up in that whip. I can't remember what whip it even was. I can't even remember. I don't know. But yo, them man. What they have now? What was that Golf now? What was that Golf now? T something T. it was rough still. It was before the R32s and before what was the other one now? There was an R32, which was a 3.2 litre, and then there was there was a 2.8. This is way before the Golf R's and all this shit, you know what I mean? 4Motion. Was it a 4Motion? Or was that just a thing that the old, I can't remember, but there was like a R32, and then below that there was the 2.8 thing. And I swear what they had was like the old version of that. But when they, bear in mind, I'm talking about when we was young, brother. And it just seems to be different. Now when you're like, so it's like these like 16, 17-year-olds, in 10, 15 years' time, we'll be talking about having some fuck nose. Yo, the man was man at the fucking, the brand new fucking, something like it's shite. And then 15 years from like now, when them man are older, like my age or whatever, and then the new 15-year-olds that are like just one now, they'll be like, oh, yo, and then 15 years from there, so in 30 years' time, they'll be like, yo, the man made the fucking spaghetti and that. Like, like what? I'm 15. Like, time just move on rapid, you know? But anyway, the man rolled up in some next kind of thingy. But anyway, back to the tape. Come here, go on a tangent round there. Hey, me digress round there. Jumping at the whip. Man, they look up at me and be like, yo, you have it? I just look, I kind of get a bit mad, you know. I just think, I mean, just go into the pocket and me pull it out. Man, I say, yeah, in my go-to for shine around there. I say, yo, them not ready yet. Whoop, 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 whoop. Them not ready yet. It's a tape, innit? It starts where it starts. It's a tape, innit? It starts where it starts, brother. We'll just be rolling round. You know what I mean? The two guys in the front are rolling sweet. I might be in the front sometimes. I might be in the back, not rolling too sweet. Because when you're in the back, it's peak. You know why? Because them man in the front got them seat way back, man. They got them seat way back. Roll. It's like slid as far back as it can, and it's on a super slant up. Man's coming like the seats just coming straight like a forward slash, you know. You know the ones there. So pretty peak in the back. You know what I mean? With these long up legs. I've had since I was like 14. But anyway, and if you're in the front, you're laid back. Boom. All the way back. You know the ones there. And you're just chilling with this tape, you know, this dizzy rascal, you know. You drive around the ends them. And if the police come, brother, you have to eject that tape, you know. You have to eject that tape. Put it away nicely. You know the ones there. Get the tape back in the pocket. Boom. Ready for fucking decamping. Bang. Straight finger. Get to the fucking graveyard or get to the fucking top wreck. You know what I mean? Boom. Pull up. Man, I'm gone. And leave it for the slow man if you get ketchup around there. Yo, them slow man them. Yo, trust me, I have to O2 around you sometimes still. And I say, yo, listen, yo, what you saying? Yo, come. Me and my brethren say, yo, come. Just make him, yo, trust me, I have to make sure you keep quiet. And yo, get ketchup. Yo, shh, you know, say nothing, you know. It was fuckery. Don't do it to the man them. Don't do it to the man them. Still have to respect everybody, you know. Anyway. So that's 15, 16 listening to these kind of tunes there now. But the older man listening to some fucking next music I've never really heard of. All I remember is, boy, you got to me. No, I never leave. I say, yo, what's this? I say, it's niche. I say, what? What's that? Don't worry. Sexy. Was it Sexy Eyes? Yeah, I think it was Sexy Eyes. Blue Angels. Boy, you got to me. Them three tunes there had me in the head. Oh, and that other one that's that. Absolutely not, or whatever. I said, yo, what was the other one now? What's she talking about? Some cocoa brown skin or something? Fuck knows. Anyway, next one anyway. Them 5 tunes there. Yo, Mados. I think that was like the border between proper niche, which I couldn't stand. And it was leading towards the new age. I think, I don't know who made them tunes, you know what I mean? But yeah. But as these tunes and the music's coming along more and more towards the 16, 17, something pivotal happened around the 17 age, and then things are going, it was Mado's thing, and then the man them were mad anyway. and I'm just inheriting all kinds of madness. You know the ones there. Obviously, I finally learned how to fucking defend myself, and then that's it. It was a wrap, and then obviously going out and every night because I was busy trapping me. I'll be real with you. I was busy trapping. I was on this like gang thing really, like up and down and left and right. Did a few bits and bats here and there, did, but most of my fucking like I was too busy trapping. Simple as that. Everyone knows. But like where I was like getting busy was on the nights out because man was moving wicked and bad. And before you try and get into them things there, man did not do the coke. On it, yo, listen, trust me, I was a ganja man. Real ganja man. Smoked some cigarettes here and there. Never did the coke. I used to think to myself, yo, listen, I was a bit shook still, if I'm honest. I've always been like kind of, you know what I mean, a bit shook at set things. So as I've like these men are like on this thing and slowly getting into it or whatever, I'm not really into it. But then I'm out there now and I'm seeing things on the nights out and that, like seeing like the man them that aren't really too wicked and bad on a daily day, going off wicked and bad when we're in the clubs and thing and downtown and whatnot. And I'm thinking, rah, if that thing there is making my man wicked and bad, I'm already wicked and bad. So what the fuck am I gonna be doing on that? I says, yo, me no want to catch no life sentence around there. You know what I mean? If it happens, it happens. But boy, me no want. And I say, listen, I just been going off. Absolutely, I was going off a bit loose anyway, a bit nutty. But you know, them ones there with the shebang and them ones there. But what the fuck would I do on that? Really, I'd be losing out. And then pills and that. And then man are on pills in the pills days and that before the diesel. So yeah. Anyway. But as I'm getting into this thing, the soundtrack to me going wicked and bad, 'cause like I say, where I'm doing it. Bear in mind, man, I just listen to bassline all day, every day. You listen to it in your yard, you know, in next man's yard, in the cars, in the like town centre, like even like there was like a little radio station in the ends, and then like man like glasses, I jump on the decks, and I just make sure I put that on at 11 again. Boom, man, just whipping up the wobblers and just doing the mix dance differently. My man was a hardcore DJ still, hold tight glasses, and yeah, so just everywhere. Everywhere. It was a mazzoline. Anyway, so I'm on a TC now. And do you know when I catch a little sliver, a little sliver of baseline, my adrenaline kicked in. And I thought, whoa, this. Realizing about associations and attachments and all these kind of things there while I was on the TC, like I said, it's like deepening my, like raising my awareness and deepening my knowledge in these things. I'm thinking, whoa, I've got a crazy association with that music and violence. Because, like I said before, I knew how to defend myself. The man them used to be saying to me, yo, just get mad, man, just get mad. Oh, yeah, well, I will. I mean, until man started getting mad, it's like, boom, all right, cool. Man's past that threshold now. And now it's how far do we go? How far do we take it? You know, them ones there. Like, but yeah. But all the way through, like I said, this music's playing. And you know what? I also backed away from drill. Because drill. Now, man's not saying man's been drilling out here. You know, man's been putting a bits and bats of work in. But you see, drill. For me, drill, not really much now, because I didn't listen to it for years. I just couldn't turn my attention. I just wouldn't listen to it. Especially when I was on the CCs, wouldn't listen. I'm thinking, yo, fuck that. I hear that and it gets me a bit gassed and it makes me want to do things. It's tapping into, like, obviously, what I used to call, like, the dark part of the mind. And yeah, so no one can tell me that music doesn't like thingy, because what it is, it's not the music, it's the association that is placed on the music. So I'm almost conditioning myself. If you know about Pavlov's dogs, Ivan Pavlov, yeah, Russian, was he a psychiatrist, whatever. What he used to do, this guy was a madman. Plus, it was like 100 years ago, so it was a bit mad. It was mad anyway. So what he's done, he's got like these pipes in the dogs' mouths. I don't think these dogs were even touching the floor, or they might have been just about touching the floor. I think it was on some like harness thing or summit. It was mad anyway. Google it, yeah. Pavlov's dogs, Pavlov dogs. and he'd ring a bell, ding, 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 and he'd go and feed him. He'd ring a bell, ding, 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 for fuck's sake. He'd go and feed him. He'd ring a bell, ding, ding, he'd go and feed him. When he rings this bell, these dogs are now associating that noise to that food, and they start salivating. He's got this pipe in their mouth, yeah? Some big pipe in their mouth. And it's measuring saliva. Alhamdulillah. So now he rings the bell and brings no food. Dogs are salivating. The dogs are producing saliva same speed, same way. Because they're associating that bell with food and eating time. It's called conditioning. It conditioned the dogs to hear that when they hear that noise to salivate because food's coming. No food came. Sidestepping that now, that's done. So I was conditioned almost to being, it was interlinked with me being a bad person in a sense, to when I was doing bad stuff. Do you know what I mean? So when I heard that music, it like took me in a realm. I'm telling you, I'm not even joking. When bassline was like, it could be any tune. Like in bassline, I prefer the vocal tracks with the gyal on. You know the ones there? Like, I prefer like flipping them songs by Zoe, them T2 ones and that, you know what I mean? Saving them I love, like them type of ones there. I prefer to the man them spitting on it. I either like a clean track on its own, nothing on it, or a girl's vocals. I don't want to hear no man on there. You know the ones there. And I was sitting, notice I was watching thingy one time. Me and the man them were in my fucking mum's house. My blonde in a bun in a spliff. And we're watching Menace. Is it Menace 2? No. We're watching Boys in the Hood. We're watching Boys in the Hood now, yeah. And I don't know if we're actually watching it or if it's just on and we've got bassline on. Or both. I can hear both. It's just on low or something. I don't know. But there's the bit when the older man, because is it fucking Boys in the Hood? I think it is Boys in the Hood. And then they chill with that older guy. So them man are young still. But this guy's a few years older than him. And he drives the car. But the tunes he's got on are like, I can't think what that music's called now. Like funk. I think they got some funk on. And it's just a man singing in a falsetto, like some high pitch. You know what I mean? And I'm thinking, rah. I said to my brother, I said, yo, look at that. I said, these men are the certified G's, yeah? Rolling around South Central, yeah? Doing some get backs. Because it's the one where they roll up and I think they start lighting up the thing and man runs around and he's already there waiting. I think it's the older man that's round waiting already. And he lays him down properly. I can't remember if it's Menace 2 or not. But I think it is. I think Ice Cube goes and lights it up and this and that. The my man lays him down properly. The older guy, I forgot what his name is now. Oh. And getting back off now. And the music's on like the funk music. And I'm saying, no, I said, look at that. These men are certified drillers, killers, yeah. And it's drillers. And these men are not even listening. This is an era in life when there was no bad man talking music. And these men are bad man. These men are not getting their head infiltrated by music to tell them that they're bad and this and that. And I'm saying, look, this is a bit of a mad one as well, because like in the city of Sheffield, we're moving different. And we're not really listening to no. Obviously, man did listen to hip hop here and there, but that was like a 20-30% of the music, because the lion's share really was bassline. And I'm saying, look at this. And most of the bassline at that time was, like I said, vocal tracks of gyal. So I'm saying, listen, there's no, in the music, yeah, in this music now that we listen to, there's no directive or glorification of violence. And look how we're moving. It's just mad. Anyway, back to the drill. So I listen to drill now. I caught a little bit and I thought, right, obviously bass lines get me. I like bassline music because I like bass. Drill is just absolutely slathered in bass. it sweets me differently. I love bass. Then I caught to lyrics and I said, yo, peak. Anyway, it took me a few years to actually get round to it and start to desensitize myself to it without getting into that thing, because it was really making me want to jump back into the lifestyle. It was really making me want to jump into the lifestyle, you know. It was like baseline 2.0, because kinda it was different, because obviously the baseline, I've associated mad things have happened to me like during baseline. I've done mad things while it's playing. You know what I mean? Just that conditioning there. So when I hear it, it's like boom. Like obviously I don't turn into a fucking whatever. You know, it just activates something. Do you know what I mean? And I just get into that like that zone kind of thing where it's almost like I don't know, it's like fucking Unleashed, Jet Lethal, and I just took the thing off his neck, you know, took the collar off. And yeah, crazy. So, what do you guys think? Do you think, because I've seen a debate a few times on saying that music, can music make you do this, that, and the other? When you think about it, yeah, when you think about it really, really, yeah, where, what do you do the most? So even if you're in this life hardcore, yeah, you don't do like a 9 to 5 of warring, man. The war's on, but you're not there. You know, it's not like you're not in an 8 hour shootout. Gets to 5 o'clock. Is it time? Time. I mean, done. Go home, have a cup of tea, this and that. I was fucking. I shoot out today, love. Oh, baby. It was fucking rate, good rate. I got fucking, we had Colin down there, right? He was shooting on top of car like that, you know what I mean? It was fucking like rate, good rate. You know what I mean? Steve took a bit of a fucking shot to the chest and that, but, you know, we got him patched up and that, you know what I mean? And I dropped a body or two and that, you know what I mean? I got a few style points holding it to the side, like, it's like, oh, that's good, love. That's good. You enjoying it though? Baby, yeah. It's fucking rate good. Do you know what I mean? Like, best job I've ever had. You know what I mean? It's like, no, it's not all day every day. It pops off. Obviously, it's looms in the background. Don't get me wrong. It looms in the background, so it is on all the time. But it's not on all the time, is it? You know what I mean? Even when you're in prison, yeah, and you've got ops on the fucking wing, bro. It's not on all the time. You know what I mean? Obviously, you're banged up and this and that. So even though it's on, in your minds, you know this man's on there. You know it's gonna pop off. But don't pop off all the time. You don't like get let out for like 2 hours social, hour and a half social, whatever, hour social, whatever it may be, and be in fisticuffs for an hour, like it's fucking 1782 on some fucking. Alhamdulillah, I apologize. Just had a shawarma. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, like it's some pugilist season, like, you know what I mean? Boxing, unlimited rounds, like, no, it's not. Do you know what I mean? You don't watch films all the time. You might have got something on repeat and this and that, but it's not really like that. But music now is different. Music now is different. So if you're in the life where you are actually being violent and that, and obviously like I say, so there's like it's on your mind and this and that. But there's other things on your mind, so it kind of slips a little bit. Then when you're on, it's to the forefront of your mind. You might get into something. It's a bit of a trauma. So it's like you put in like, just so you've got like a spare room in your mind, and that trauma's like a box of shite. You know what I mean? A box of like it's just hoarding another box of being put in your trauma fucking room in your mind. You know what I mean? You got another box down, another box. Every time you have these interactions or whatever, even if it's a near miss, like something didn't happen, like man backed out shanks or something, and you backing each other up, or they're backing you up, and you kind of like on it a little bit, and they keep him back a bit, and then something happens, like feds might roll up, or your man they might come, or whatever. You must hear sirens and you're older scarper. That's traumatizing as well. So yeah, I get it. It's on. It's not on all the time like that. But music now is seeping into your mind. So even when you're not listening, you're listening. I mean, your brain's picking it up. Just because you're not actively listening, you can't hear it. You're not singing back like, yo, one eye like fet you up, and you know what I mean. Hold tight, Lowski, free Lowski, bang, bang, bang. So basically what I'm trying to get, it's not just music as well, it's the mediums of things. So just so you are in the life and you're always watching the films, because that's the kind of things we're into. I very doubt that man's living this road thing, fully beefy, man, and not watching Blue Story, not watching Menace 2. You know the ones there? Like, not watching Top. It's just not happening. You're just absorbing it, do you know what I mean? And you're taking it in, and you might be using settings like to a good advantage. You might be using things that you've seen on TV and just like getting caught because it's not fucking true. It's not real. It don't work like that. You know what I mean? It's real life, my G. There's consequences. Episodes don't end. The episodes don't end. You know what I mean? And yeah. So the music now. So if you took the music away, if you took the films away, and you wasn't in that lifestyle, then what's the influence? What's the driving force? Why would you just out of the blue just decide to go and do a mazzoline? And I'm not just getting onto drill. Because like I said, we was doing it on baseline, but it wasn't baseline telling us. It's because of what we saw as well. So that's what I'm trying to say. If you took the man them out of the thing, yeah, took the man them out of the situation, or out of the area, or out of the environment, where would it be? Where would the influence be? It's in media. You know what I mean? So even the news, when the news is telling you things, this and that's happened, yeah, it's happened. We're not saying it hasn't happened, it's happened, and they're documenting it. But you're not seeing that more and more. It's happening more and more, so we're seeing it more and more. It's creating more and more. Because man are seeing it more and more. Because they're desensitized that, because you grow up thinking, this happens, that happens. When we say, this and that's happened, I'll be like, so? I was only a kid. I'm like, well, so? It's not because I'm heartless, it's because it happens. You know what I mean? I didn't have no understanding. It's like, oh, well, so? Like, what? When we must have been thinking, what? Who the fuck am I raising here? But it's not that. It's because that's how bad. Because obviously, when my mum grew up, she fucking barely had a TV. So it happened later in her life to where she's seen more and more, but she's already a fully fledged woman and she's got kids and stuff and it's like, but like, especially like nowadays and like from like my generation, it was just happening. It was just about, the ones there. But yeah, digressing again. I apologize. I should call this digress lifestyle. But yeah, man, you can't tell me that music don't influence. So like I say, I've seen arguments for and against. And it's always about drill. Do you know what I mean? They do blame rap music and stuff, but it's a mad thing because also with the drill, not really drill, kind of drill, because it's the new form of rap. But normal rap, regular rap, yeah, was more of a documentation of Wagwan. Even like a recap of Wagwan. But with drill, it's like a forward talking. I'm gonna do. You know what I mean? Where it's always been like that in rap still, but it's mainly kept like open things up. And like I said, a lot of them weren't really doing these things, but they're documenting it and they're putting it down in lyrical form for us to entertain us. And let us know Wagwan in their ends and what happens in like deprived areas, which is similar up and down the country. So it might not be America, it might be England, it might be France, it might be like, South Africa. It's bad in places, the ones there. The favelas. But it's all varying levels and degrees. But like with the drill still, it's like it's forward talking of I'm gonna kill the person and name the person. Like, name him. You know what I mean? There's no like, it's true life. So where I'm saying they're documenting, it's like a documentary. You know what I mean? Or is it documentary? Or is it a list? What is it? What would you say that is if we're talking about the future? They're not prophesizing. We're not going to say that. But yeah, so, obviously everyone's got their opinions and stuff, and that's my experience, and I'm not blinded by it anymore, so I can see what I was doing. The veil has been lifted from my eyes, and I can see what impact it had. I even took a drink of finger the first time after years. I had a brandy and coke. What was it? Hennessy and coke I had. No. It was Courvoisier and coke. And as I was bringing it to my lips, and I smelt it, that kind of ignited the thing. Then I took a sip, and I thought, ras. I looked round. I thought, fucking hell. Could kick these guys in. Do you know what I mean? But I didn't want to. I'm not going to. Do you know what I mean? But it's just a thing. Like it's just the because of what that I associate that drink with. The last time I drunk it, like, it's just crazy. These associations. Do you know what I mean? Like, but I didn't do anything. I've had a drink since then. Drunk on another 2 occasions after that. Actually, I think it's been like a year in between each of those. I didn't even finish that drink. I had one sip and I gave it away. I said, no, I don't want that. You know what I mean? And the other 2 times I had a couple and I left without incident. Don't really do it for me no more. Don't really do it for me. But yeah, I'm apologising again. I'm going off on a tangent. I just do think that, music does impact us. It impacts us. We're almost getting like life skills off it. But we'll talk about that further in another pod. Alright, that's enough from me. It's getting late. Marcus, DKQ Lifestyle Podcast, me gone.